Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Sumukascha Ekadantascha Kapilo Gajakarnakaha. Lambodharascha Vikato Vignarajo Vinayakaha. Dhumaketur Ganadhyakshaha Palachandro Gajananaha. Vakratundaha Surpakarno Herambaha Skandapurvajaha. Suklam Bharadaram Vishnum Sasivarnam Chaturbujam. Prasannavallam Dhyayet Sarva Vignopasantaye. Yasyadvarada Vaktradhya Parishadhya Parasatam. Vignam Nigdhanti Satatam Vishvaksenam Tamastriye. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheswaraha. Gurur Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Satchidananda Rupaya Krishnaya Aklishtakarine. Namo Vedanta Vedyaya Gurave Buddhi Sakshine. Krishnadvaipaya Namvyasam Sarvabhuta Hiteratam. Vedabchabhaskaram Vande Samadhi Nilayam Munim. Sahasramurte Purushottamasya Sahasranetranana Padabahoho. Sahasranamnam Stavanam Pratastham Niruchyate Janma Jaradishantyai. With Bhagavan's grace, let us continue from where we left off last time. We came up to Akrura Uttaruno. So we came up to Slokam. We began with the Tamo Vitabhaya Punyasravana Kirtanaha. Okay. Then the last Slokam we did Araudra Kundali Chakri Vikram Yurjita Sasanaha Sabdadigas Sabdasahas Sifiras Sarvarikaraha Akrura Pesalo Daksho Dakshinah Shaminam Varaha Vidvattamo Vitabhaya Punya Sravana Kirtanaha. We came up to 98, the second half of 98. We did Vidvattamaha Sarvajnaha. We say in English we use the word omniscient, one who knows everything actually because he is knowledge itself. Now we go to the next nama, Vidvattamaha, Vita Bhayaha. Vita Bhayaha. Vita means without Bhayam. One, because the Bhayam comes only when there is a sense of difference. As the Upanishad says, doesn't matter however educated and scholarly and knowledgeable one may be, so long as if there is an iota of a feeling of separation from yourself, separation from Bhagavan, separation from one's true self, then there is fear begins. Okay, fear originates. But Bhagavan is Ekam, Sa Ekaha. There is no feeling of differentiation at all. Therefore, Vita Bhayaha, without any Bhayam. Sankara Bhagavad also says, one without Samsara Bhayam. For Bhagavan, the Samsara Bhayam is only for beings, like especially human beings, that have taken a bodily form. But Bhagavan is formless, so there is no Bhayam at all. Then another one that Bhattar enjoys is that when Bhagavan came, when Gajendra called Swami, Anita Charanam Nafti, Tameva Sharanam Mama, please help me. Okay, when I give up even the slightest inclination to take care of myself, Bhagavan jumps in instantly and so on removes my fear. When that happens, definitely it happens in our lives that we can experience. Vidvattamaha Vita Bhayaha Punya Sravana Kirtanaha. Punya Sravana Kirtanaha. This is beautiful. Kirtanaha, Bhagavan's worship and praise and glories have to be praised and sung with lots of vinayam and gratitude and amazement and wonder, and above all with lots of love. Lots of love we must sing Bhagavan's glory, hear him, that Kirtanai. And when somebody is singing, when we hear it, Shravanam, what happens? We get punyam. It is a meritorious act that goes into our bank account in a spiritual bank account as a credit, right? So punya sravana kirtanaha, uttaranaha, one who will and who is, not only will in the future, it is taking place right now, who is actually taking us, you and me, every being, including a speck of sand, out of this samsara sagar, which is the birth and death cycle. From that, the process is already underway, and he is guiding us. He is leading us by hand, in spite of me. Very important to understand that the one who is going to take me back home, that process is already underway. As Swami says, once you say yes to me, you are mine forever. Yes, assured that each one of us who has left home, so to speak, is heading back home only. Like the way the rays from a sun always go back to the sun, like that. Uttaranaha. So, whether I look to him or not, whether I acknowledge, I am aware of him or not, Bhagavan is taking care. All the things that I go through in my life are all beneficial for my refinement and final arrival at home, okay, which is Bhagavan's Kamala Padanga. So that is happening, Uttaranaha, one who is doing that. And this is happening in our life in a simple manner we can enjoy. Each one of us, regardless of this birth or previous birth or future birth, it really doesn't matter, okay, do experience happiness. There are moments of happiness that are born out of acquisition. When we acquire things, we get momentary happiness, then that's followed by misery, always, with sadness and worry and fear and all that. But we also experience moments of sacrifice in our life. When we give up something, when we genuinely care for others, that moment, when we do that, we also feel happy and peaceful. That happiness does not advertise itself. And that moment that we experience, and that will become more and more in our life, okay? And eventually it will become 100%, and then we are done. So, Uttaranaha, Dushkrutiha. Okay, Dushkrutiha. Ha means one who destroys, eliminates, kills, okay, nullifies. What is he nullifying? Dushkruti. See, the Dushkriti, the tendencies that do and harm other beings. And these are the 6 enemies that we have, pulled by those and pushed by those tendencies. So we harm others and also harm ourselves. Whenever I hurt or harm somebody else, I'm also hurting and harming myself. This is an inescapable law, okay? Whether I realize it or not, that is happening. So sooner or later, we realize and first appreciate and acknowledge and accept it, and then correspondingly conduct myself. So this Dushkruti is one who is eliminating and nullifying it. Now, I may be very angry, let us say, maybe an angry person in my younger days, but as I grow older, my anger actually decreases. Okay, I may not be completely devoid of it. So like that, every what we call as bad qualities, evil qualities, and because of those qualities, evil actions, those are being eliminated and killed. This is the process of refinement that takes place. Shri Paritranaya Sadhunam Vinasaya Cha Dushkrutam. Vinasaya Cha Dushkrutam. We say that comes in Bhagavad Gita, same thing, Dushkrutam. It's very important to understand. There is no bad person. There is no bad person. There is no good person. Okay? There is only one person, one human being. This is embodiment of love, prema. But acts in different ways based upon the qualities. The qualities have to be, the evil qualities have to be destroyed. Okay, that is what Bhagavan does in each one of us. So very important to, as a part of refinement, self-refinement and improvement, when somebody misbehaves, somebody acts in an angry way or so, to differentiate that person from the action is very important. The action is always prompted by the various gunas and the impulses within, right? So that we have to understand and separate it. So those are eliminated. Then what is left is nothing but love itself. And how does the elimination take place? Okay, through various, we do something, we get corrected, we find this is the wrong thing to do, I'm not happy, so I must do something different. Slowly the process takes place. It need not be instant or quickly. Okay? And that we call as dawn of wisdom, right? And that happens in everybody's life. Another thing, way it happens is with Bhagavan's grace, Bhagavan puts us in Sathya, in company of the good. When I'm in company of the good, then the vibrations are good, the energy is good, you feel elevated, right? So the bad tendencies take a back seat. And then the good tendencies dominate, so the bad tendencies go away. Then finally you start hearing about Bhagavan's glories and stories in Bhagavatam or other Puranas or Ramayana, Mahabharata, whatever it may be, bhajans, and those drive away the dushkrutis, okay, the evil qualities and the tendencies. So keep the company of Bhagavan, all problems solved. Dushkrutiha, punyaha. Now, I just finished saying this. Sankara Bhashyam says, when I listen to Itihasam, Ramayana, Mahabharatam, and the Puranangal, whether the 18 Puranas or Srimad Bhagavatam, so I get punyam. Why? Punyam means, just to remind yourself, papam and punyam. Papam means any action, any thought, any word that is done without keeping the company of Bhagavan. Punya means any word, thought, or deed done keeping the company of Bhagavan. That's all the simple definition given by Sri Rama himself. So Punyaha, obviously when I listen to Mahabharatam, Ramayanam, or Krishna's Leelahal, or Narasimha Avataram, or Prahladan, whatever, Kunti Stuti, whatever you like, okay, your mind is keeping the company of Bhagavan. So we get Punyam. Very important to get those meritorious things done. That's the one that goes into the spiritual bank account. Very important. Okay. So same way when it do debits also, the debits also come only when there is credit available. Then punyaha, dusswapna nasanaha. Two things. One level, obviously, we get some bad dreams or whatever at night time. These are all experiences we have to go through. And some of them, as Bhagavan Swami is so kind, some he makes me go through while I'm awake and I suffer bodily or body pain or whatever it is. Now, some of the other karma balance, the various things that I have to go through in life, he gives me in the experience of dream, like what we call as dream. When I'm sleeping at night, I also experience different things, isn't it? Some of them may not be very pleasant, but that is an experience I have to go through in order to negate some of the balances of my previous thoughts, words, and actions. So that is one who all the bad dreams, the evil dreams, unpleasant dreams. So the one who removes them, one who ends them and eliminates them. Dusswapna nasanaha. Other one is whether intellectually we may understand, but in anubhavam, in experience, we may or may not have understand it, right? Appreciate it or know that. But we've been told we are going through the whole dream, the whole life. Our life is nothing but a dream. I'm actually sleeping, For the sleeping means what? As Bhagavad Gita says, I am sleeping, I'm unaware of the existence of prema, of Bhagavan. I think I'm something else. So since I am unaware, ignorant of that knowledge, I am really sleeping for the truth. In the truth, I am sleeping. In that sleep, I go through all the experiences in my life, which is really nothing but duswapnam. So when this nasanam, one who ends this and eliminates and brings this to an end and gives us uddharanam, takes us back home, okay, gives us the knowledge. The moment I wake up to the knowledge of Bhagavan, my ignorance is gone. The ignorance is asleep, right? Bhagavan, one who does that, is also the swapna nasanaha. The swapna nasana. Viraha. Viraha is the how Swami acts in our life by giving us various experiences, the good and the bad, the pleasant and the unpleasant. Both are there. So what is pleasant immediately may turn out to be unpleasant later, may not be a good experience. But then I realize things only when I go through them. It does not matter how much I hear, how much I analyze and imagine, how much I use my intelligence to understand things. It cannot equal the personal experience of going through an anubhavam. That knowledge going to gain from experience, where yes, I make a mistake, I experience the pain, then I say I should not do this. That knowledge, by giving me both the pleasant as well as unpleasant experiences, and it leads me to what is known as the shreyas, what is really good for me, what is really beneficial for me. So that viraha denotes that aspect of Bhagavan in our life. Ultimately, as Bhagavan himself has assured, each one of us, each being, you, me, and including an earthworm, everything is marching majestically and unstoppably back towards home, towards the lotus feet only. Okay? So that is Viraha. Giving us all the experiences at the same time refines my mind and takes me back to him. And the refining of mind simply means only one thing. Okay? It is not, I don't have to do many things. There's only one thing. To think of Bhagavan and to love him in my mind. That's all the job. Only job charter is to think of Bhagavan in my mind. Since I'm not able to do it, I go through all the various experiences. The moment I become good, yuktaha, as Bhagavad Gita Swami says, okay, become skilled at it in thinking of Bhagavan all the time. You call it meditation, dhyanam, whatever name you call it, it doesn't matter. Okay? The idea is karma palatyagam, so many things. The idea is to think of him. Once the thinking of him takes place, then the refinement automatically happens. That is what we call. To make it happen, various experiences are given. The aspect of Bhagavan that is very much present, okay, in our life that I can relate to, that aspect is Viraha. Rakshanaha, obviously, the following from Viraha is, as the refinement takes place, any tendency that takes me away from him has to be removed. And any tendency that facilitates and takes me to him must be strengthened, isn't it? That is the Rakshai, that's the protection that is taking place. This is why the moment I get satsang, the company of the good and the godly, once I get that, automatically I feel good, I feel much better, more peaceful, less agitated. Yes, life's experiences come and go. That I cannot stop. All those will happen based upon whatever I've done in the past births and also in the present birth. But they don't bother me that much. And that mindset it happens immediately. That Rakshanaha, the protection aspect of Bhagavan takes place. Why would Bhagavan, why is Swami given Vishnu Sahasranamam? Not everybody recites Sahasranamam. Not everybody listens to Bhagavatam. Not everybody is interested in hearing the stories and glories of Bhagavan or speaking about it or talking about it. But there are some people who are. See, that the difference takes place. Sooner or later, everyone will do that. That process of protection, giving the company of the good and the godly, and thereby giving the company of Bhagavan himself, making me aware of the company that Bhagavan keeps. Not only Bhagavan keeps my company, but I have to keep his company. And that protection aspect takes place. That is Rakshanaha. So Viraha, Rakshanaha. And the protection, okay, the ultimate protection, the protecting essence and aspect in everything that protects me is Bhagavan. I'm sitting on a ground, I'm walking on a ground, and we think the ground is supporting me. But no, the protecting aspect, giving me food, everything you think of, okay, both mentally as well as vocally, as well as spiritually, emotionally, whatever action I do, that there is a protecting aspect there, isn't it? And that aspect is Bhagavan. And simple, another example that occurs to me, that and then we can move on to the next nama. And simple thing, I get into the car and I start driving, okay, and or I cross a road, for example, street. So what is that element of protection there that protect me from getting hit by a car, for example? Okay, so these aspects take place continuously without break in every one of our life, physically, also mentally, and then spiritually also. So please remember that Bhagavan, this is so important, and how he acts and all that only Bhagavan only knows. But I need to turn my mind to him. This is how you are in my life. Okay, the moment I do that, I begin to keep his company. The moment I begin to keep his company, all my bad tendencies go away. It's a continuous, instant process that is taking place, but different aspects of it is being given here in Sahasranamam. Then Rakshanaha, Santaha, Uttarano Dushkritiha, Punyo Dusvapranasanaha, Viraha, Rakshana, Santo, Santaha. Santaha, as the word is in Sanskrit that you can see, again, the moment, just like a way a beautiful plant starts growing, of course there are weeds and all that have to be removed, but the plant continues to grow. Like that, once my good thoughts come and my desire to keep the company of the good and the godly and Bhagavan himself, this tendency, this thought process, this thought happens, immediately that is nourished. And then from there, my good conduct, good character is being nourished. My good habits are being formed. Because remember, habits cause character, and the habits result in character, and character decides one's destiny. Okay, so all these begin to happen. Good habits and good character, satsangam. Okay, these things happen. That and very important, as Sankara Bhagavad says, the fundamental trait has to be vinayam. Vinayam, the humility, the one sense of gratitude and humbleness. You know, I know everything. I know this. That thing is very wrong. I really don't know. That's the truth. And vinayam and shraddha, those become stronger and stronger. One who makes these good qualities grow and develop myself, mold me into a beautiful person of a good character. Okay, this one who does that aspect that is happening in my life is santaha. Okay, santaha. So rakshanaha, santaha. You can see everything is continuous. Everything is a different aspect of the same process that is happening in my life. Just the different aspects of it that is being described by different namas. Santaha, jivanaha. This is very clear. We all know what we call it as Jivatma and Paramatma and all these things. That is, instead of getting there, both Jivatma and Paramatma are one and the same. There's no difference. But Jiva simply means the various physical embodiments that are moving about, that are active as well as non-active. Okay, and Chalam as well as Achalam. Everything is a Jiva. Sarvam Sajivam is what in Srimad Bhagavatam says. Okay, even a stone is alive and it's got a Chaitanyam, right? And please, we must always remember that. And those Jivana have. So, in this case, it denotes the Chalam aspect. It means all the beings, all the embodiments, the various forms in Prapancham that move about, okay, including, you can say, human beings move about, various animals and jantus, they all move about, but the mountain doesn't, right? That is what we think. And let us look at that angle first. Yes, then Pranan is there, which is, we call it the air that moves in and out. There is a life force behind it. And through Pranan, it protects and makes sure the various jivas are alive in our terminology. Okay? And once the Pranan is taken away, then this body actually drops, and we call it drops dead, and the body disappears. That the aspect of Bhagavan who's present in us in the form of Pranan, Pranaswarupi, and Pranan itself has got 5 major functions, and then a total of 10 functions it does in our body. Okay, out of the 5 functions are major, but the basic Pranaswarupan, one who's present in your body and my body and makes it happen, so it's the body functions, that is Jivana. Jivana Paryavastitaha. Paryavastitaha, that means one who is all pervasive, present everywhere. Everywhere means not just outside me, but also inside me. Inside me means what? If you think about it. All the way, not only in my blood vessels, in the various organs and stuff like that, but the way these things interact and function. It's amazing, not only the chemical reaction that takes place, the electrons that move about, the electric current that happens in my body, but everything inside and outside, amazing. Everywhere is present. Actually, Paryavastitaha means he is present, all pervasive is quick way of saying that in English. I must consider myself as being present in him. And the easiest way to relate to it mentally, and then spiritually it comes later, is I think of air. Air is present everywhere on this earth where we are living. Okay, let's not worry about space and all that. But in this where I am living on earth, air is present. Air is present everywhere, above me, below me, behind me, by my side, and outside me as well as inside me. Isn't it? Air is present. Then, if I think one step further, air is present everywhere inside me as well as outside me. That means I am actually present in this sea of air. Isn't it? Like that, the whole Prapancham, let's talk about us individually so that we can take it personally. Okay, I am present and immersed in the ocean of love. That prema is present everywhere. Paryavastitaha. It is like I go and dive into the ocean, okay, and then if I start breathing, then the water comes inside my body as well as I'm completely immersed in the water, isn't it? It is like that. I'm completely immersed and imbibing only the ocean of love, ocean of prema that is present everywhere. That is why I seek love when I'm loving someone other than myself. It could be my child, could be a friend, could be somebody, a stranger, doesn't matter. Or when you play with a child, for example, why you're so happy? Because the love is in play. The prema is in play. Okay, makes you happy. Whenever I love someone, I'm very happy. Whenever someone loves me, I'm also happy, isn't it? So this is what the truth is. This is Satyam, Sa Ekaha. That Paryavastitaha is present everywhere, at all times, in all ways, not just places, but also in all times. And not just in one way he is present in infinite ways. Paryavastitaha. So that slokam is number 99. Uttarano duskritiha punyo dusvapnanasanaha viraha rakshanas santo jivana paryavastitaha. Let us take slokam number 100. Ananta ruponanta strir jitamanyur bhayapah chaturasro gabhiratma vidisho vyadisho disah. Ananta rupaha ananta strihi jita manyuhu bhayapaha. The first line in that slokam. Ananta rupaha, very clear. Sankara Bhagavad says Adisesha, the form of Adisesha, because Ananta is the name of Adisesha, one given. One way, Ananta Sayanam, we say like that, right? So Bhagavad says that Ananta is one who is present as Adisesha. Okay? To me, the way I relate to Adisesha, not just in a picture and Swami and Bhagavan Srimad Narayana lying on it, to me it doesn't mean much, to be very frank. But I relate it as if Adisesha is my mind. The moment I take my mind as Adisesha, then Bhagavan becomes very personal. The one who's reclining, now the mind goes all over the place, but the mind that is focused only on Bhagavan, like Hanuman did, that is another aspect of my mind. The reason I'm saying it's my mind is because I've mentioned to you several times, I've shared this with you, is mind has got the qualities of a snake. The snake does two things. It never goes straight. It always runs crooked. And the second quality of a snake is its ability to focus on only one thing at a time. Like you can see the snake charmer playing the music and the snake is completely absorbed in it. So that's an example. Mind is like that. Mind runs in a crooked way, seldom runs straight. Right, all over the place it runs. And second is it got the ability to focus only on one thing at a time. It grabs things. And then, but in our case, mind is also sanchalam. It's moving about from one thing to another, to another, to another. That is why we don't have peace of mind. Okay, but the moment that what meditation, dhyanam, dharanam, all these things teach us is to focus the mind on one thing and that we stay there, grab it and fix it there. Then mind becomes peaceful. At that point, it becomes Adisesha, and then we'll realize Bhagavan reclining on this mind that is so pure. Okay. Now, Ananta Rupaha Adisesha Rupi is what he says. Another way that we can easily relate to is the infinite forms. Where is Sahasra Sirsha, Sahasra Purusha? It says, so everything that I see in my life, all the forms, they're all forms of Bhagavan only. Simple. I look at something, that thing is looking back at me. If I look at a wall, the wall is looking back at me. Trust me. And that is also a form of Bhagavan. Okay? This is what Prahlada saw. It was not a pillar for him, it was Srimad Narayana. So we must remember, Ananta Rupi means infinite forms, not just theoretical, but this is how Bhagavan is present in my life. A very simple thing, if we can remind myself and remember and put it into practice, then I can begin to experience the Bhagavan within me and as well as outside me. Ananta Rupi, infinite forms Bhagavan is it's only Bhagavan only, but appears in infinite form. So that Jyoti, that effulgence within these various forms is what Bhagavan is. Okay? And another interesting thing is, all the forms that I see are really a reflection of myself. And these are all created by my mind, my imagination. And the power that creates that imagines, that is Bhagavan, that is within me, and it's all projected. I'm projecting my own imagination in what I call as this world. Okay, that is why your world is different from mine, to be very frank. Okay, each one of us lives in our own world. Ananta Rupaha, Ananta Strihi. Stri, that denotes many things. It denotes Shakti, basically resources, to put it in English, and infinite resources are there. Okay, fundamentally there is one energy, that is Bhagavan, that appears in so many ways. Right? Ananta Strihi, and the limitless power, to put it in another way. One who's got limitless power, limitless energy, limitless power. There is nothing that is beyond Bhagavan, okay, because he is the Shakti Swarupa, okay. And Bhagavan himself says, all my power and I have none of these things. I've shared this also with you. I don't have these weapons and all this Chanku, Chakram and Gade and sword and all these things, okay, or Kodandam, and none of those things I have. Either the only thing I have is Prema. And Prema is so powerful, there's nothing can beat it. Okay, it overpowers everything else. And also limitless and limitless in not only in intensity and scope, but also in place and time. Okay, beyond all that. That is Ananta Strihi. Chita Manyuho. Manyu means anger. Jita Manyu means one who has overcome anger. And in our own life, just imagine, when I'm angry, at that moment, and it may not happen first, but if you plan for it and prepare for it, next time I'm becoming angry, I'm going to do this. Okay? And then if you apply it, you will see this is so true. Personally, you can experience all these namas. It'd be so nice if you experience it personally, and which we can do. At least one or two we can experience. Is Chitamanyuhu. The moment I become angry, then if I tell myself number of things, I'm not an animal. I am love. I'm not an animal. I'm a human being. Okay, whatever. That anger will immediately recede. Another thing is that I become angry at some person and let the anger come and go. I'm not worried about it. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to be loving. And what do? I may say a loving word if I have good control over myself. At least if not that, I can go and give the other person a hug, if it is possible to do that, okay, depending on where you become angry and with whom and all that. Then you will find the anger goes away. The clearest example, the most powerful, the easiest way to overcome anger and ultimately eliminate it, but at least to overcome it, is to be loving. If I can't be loving, at least if I can utter the name of Bhagavan, Rama, Krishna, or something like that, keep the company of Bhagavan in my mind, right? As Sankara Bhagavad says in Bhaja Govindam, why are you getting angry at me? You and I are the same, okay? And so I can remember that. No, it's me, the same Bhagavan is in him. And think of your favorite form in the other person whom you are getting angry at. Or in your own self. Think of the favorite form in your own self. Okay, the anger will immediately, instantly go away. Jita Manyuhu. Okay, and this is how Bhagavan is protecting us. Trust me. Okay, Jita Manyuhu. Because then next one is we take that Daya removes bhayam. And again, we have covered this before. So in our life, we have fear for various things. Okay, various things that's part and parcel of life. So we pray to Bhagavan and we get peace, we get peace of mind, succor, comfort, and all that. Okay, so I keep the company of Bhagavan in my mind, the fear goes away. That's very simple algorithm we can all employ and see and experience in our life. So bhaya pagaha, one who grabs and removes and takes away my fear. Then he's also, without me asking for it, without me realizing it, he's also removing the fear I have from the samsara itself, birth and death cycle. Because of birth and death cycle, that cycle keeps on taking place, the fear also continues from birth to birth to birth, right? But that is also being taken away because he is taking me back home. Ultimately, Bhagavan will remove my ignorance. This Ajna Chakram, Bhagavan will take care. And the moment he removes my ignorance, okay, then I shine in knowledge. There's no fear. That ultimate, the fearlessness itself, he is giving. So, bhaya paha. So today we started with Vidvatamaha, we did it last time. So let me move from there. Vidvatamo vitabhaya punya sravana kirtanaha. That was number 98. 99. Uttarano dushkritiha punyo dushvapranashanaha viraha rakshana santo jivana paryavasthitaha. That is number 99. In 100, we did the first line. Anantarupo Nantastrir Jitamanyur Bhayapaha. Second line. Chaturasro Gabhiratma Vidisho Vyadisho Dishaha. That with Bhagavan's grace we will take up in our next class. Namaskaram. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Samastalokaha Sukhino Bhavantu. Samastalokaha Sukhino Bhavantu. Samastalokaha Sukhino Bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om.